The 16th and 17th centuries witnessed a momentous chapter in human history, the English colonization of America. Driven by a thirst for adventure, wealth, and a new life, English explorers and settlers embarked on perilous journeys across the Atlantic. This era of exploration and expansion would irrevocably shape the destiny of two continents. The encounter between European powers and the native inhabitants of North America resulted in a complex and often tragic tapestry of cultural exchange, conflict, and adaptation. This essay journeys through time, retracing the footsteps of those who dared to cross the ocean and build new lives in a new world. We will delve into the motivations that propelled English colonization, from the allure of economic prosperity and religious freedom to the pursuit of imperial dominance. Furthermore, we will examine the profound and often devastating impact of colonization on the indigenous populations, whose lives and cultures were forever altered by the arrival of Europeans. The seeds of English ambition in the New World were sown by early explorers who dared to venture into uncharted waters. In 1497, John Cabot, an Italian explorer sailing under the English flag, made landfall in North America, claiming the territory for King Henry VII. Cabot's voyage opened the door for future English expeditions and laid the foundation for England's claim to a vast new territory. Sir Walter Raleigh, a charismatic courtier and adventurer, emerged as a pivotal figure in England's early colonization efforts. Raleigh's expeditions focused on the southeastern coast of North America, a region he christened Virginia in honor of Queen Elizabeth I, the Virgin Queen. Although Raleigh's attempts to establish permanent settlements in the New World ultimately proved unsuccessful, his efforts kept the dream of English colonization alive and paved the way for future endeavors. The dawn of the 17th century marked the beginning of permanent English settlements in North America. In 1607, a group of English settlers, funded by the Virginia Company, established Jamestown on the banks of the James River in present-day Virginia. Despite facing hardships, including disease, starvation, and conflicts with Native American tribes, Jamestown persevered and became the first permanent English settlement in North America. Meanwhile, religious persecution in England drove another group of English settlers to seek refuge in the New World. In 1620, a group of pilgrims seeking religious freedom crossed the Atlantic aboard the Mayflower and established the Plymouth colony in present-day Massachusetts. The Pilgrims' journey and their establishment of a self-governing community based on their religious beliefs became a cornerstone of American identity. With the successful establishment of Jamestown and Plymouth, English colonization efforts gained momentum. Throughout the 17th century, waves of English settlers crossed the Atlantic, drawn by the promise of land, opportunity, and religious freedom. The English colonies expanded along the eastern seaboard, giving rise to distinct regional identities and economies. In 1630, John Winthrop led a group of Puritan settlers to establish the Massachusetts Bay Colony, which quickly became a center of Puritan influence and a model of self-governance. Further south, the founding of Maryland in 1632 as a haven for Catholics and the Carolinas in 1663, driven by economic ventures, added to the growing tapestry of English colonies. By the late 17th century, 13 distinct English colonies had taken root along the Atlantic coast, laying the foundation for a new nation.